Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button for your boy. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to the channel. We appreciate you for tuning in. It's your host, F. Merritt. What else can I say? We're going to get to it like we always do. A lot of stuff happened in boxing yesterday, man. A lot of stuff. If you were on Twitter, you've seen the ridiculousness. If you were on Instagram, you've seen the ridiculousness. Terence Bud Crawford. That's where we're going to start. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Terence Crawford, ISSAC, CRUZ, Ryan Garcia. It's Bill Haney coming out. Teofimo Lopez, Jaron Ennis. My God, Errol Spence. Where you want to start? I'm gonna tell you where we're gonna start. Terence Bud Crawford. Seemed like yesterday was Errol Spence day. Errol Spence had eye surgery. He had some things to say on Twitter. Cool, great. Today, Terence Crawford got on Twitter. If you've been watching his Instagram, he's like overseas somewhere, playing in the jungle and tropical, whatever, paradises and stuff, spending time with the family, man. Salute to Terence Crawford, salute to all the family men out here handling their business, working hard, and also making time for the family. That's the number one thing in this world, making time with the family. With that being said, Terence Crawford had a little bit of time for himself to tune in and address a couple things on Twitter. Now, Teofimo Lopez, he's been on Twitter. He's promoting his fight against Jermaine Ortiz, I believe, in February. So of course he's doing the interviews and doing his media run and helping promote the fight. That's cool, no problem. But the name Terence Bud Crawford is mentioned. Teofimo Lopez wants to take on Terence Bud Crawford, the undisputed 147-pound welterweight champion of the world. He does not have the IBF anymore. They stripped him of that belt, gave it to Jaron Ennis. That's another story. But Teofimo Lopez is on record saying he wants to fight Terence Crawford. Interesting. As far as the fight is concerned, I think Bud is too big for Teo. But I mean, listen, we said that about Josh Taylor. Teo went in there and made Josh Taylor look like he was nothing. Now, of course, this is a suck down Josh Taylor at 140. He even said, hey, I stayed at the weight too late, too long or whatever. I should have moved up to 47. It is what it is. But that's not taking nothing away from that phenomenal performance by Teofimo Lopez. A lot of people had Josh Taylor beating Teofimo Lopez before that fight happened. And Teofimo Lopez seems to just continue to prove people wrong. He did it in Lomachenko. He did it in Josh Taylor. He is the man. Technically, because he does have the Ring magazine belt at 140 pounds. Teofimo Lopez is the man at 140 pounds. He beat the man. He is the man. He has the WBO belt. I know he retired, not retired. I don't know, gave the belt up. I don't know, I think it was some out of the ring situations, family stuff he had to take care of, and that's cool. No problem with that. Handle your business. But Teofimo Lopez wants to fight Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford got on Twitter. He addressed some of that. They were going back and forth. Teofimo Lopez kind of hating on Terence Crawford, his accomplishments, this, that, and the third. Terence Bud Crawford saying that, hey, I was already fight of the year before you, 2-time undisputed. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You can't hate, you can't shit on my accomplishments. But Terence Bud Crawford also said, Teo, you got a lot of stuff to say in these interviews and on Twitter and stuff, but when you see me, you don't really say nothing. I'm just gonna say it in that way, because Bud, went savage mode. But as far as a fight, that's gonna make a lot of money. Teofimo Lopez, Terence Bud Crawford, say you put it in at Madison Square Garden, sell out instantly. Vegas, sell out instantly. Wherever you want to put it, sells out instantly. Will it happen in the future? I don't know. I don't even know if Bud stays at 147 pounds, right? We don't even know if the rematch between Errol Spence Jr., who just had cataract surgery, I don't know why he waited so late, but just had cataract surgery, and the fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, the rematch, we don't even know if that's going to happen. We don't know where it's going to happen. Is it going to happen on Amazon? Is another network going to do it? Do the fans even want to see it? A lot of fans don't even care anymore. To be honest, a lot of fans do not care anymore, yo. That first fight was so one-sided, and I get it. A lot of people are going to say, oh, Errol was hurt. Errol had a cataract in his eye, even though Terence Crawford said, hey, we go to the doctor and get checked out before we even, are cleared to that's what actually gets them cleared to be able to participate, to be able to participate in a fight. It is what it is. You got to get clear from the doctor. You got to go get a physical. You got to get some things taken care of. You got to, do certain tests to make sure you are okay before we actually medically clear you to fight. So this whole cataract thing before the fight, or rib injury that people said, was a rumor out there that Errol Spence had a rib injury, or he got hurt in sparring, or he couldn't train properly. I don't care. It don't matter. So are we gonna do the rematch or not? Because my thing is, Terence Crawford got 3 belts. Like I said previously, the IBF stripped Terence Crawford of that belt, gave it to Jaron Boots Ennis. And Jaron Ennis' name was mentioned by Terence Crawford, saying, hey, listen, Jaron Ennis turned down the fight. Jaron Boots Ennis turned down the chances to fight Terence Crawford twice. This is according to what Terence Bud Crawford said. This is not coming out my mouth. It is what it is. But that's what Terence Crawford said. He had multiple opportunities. Terence Crawford said that Jaron Boots Ennis had multiple opportunities to fight him, and it didn't happen. And he also kind of, hated on Boots by saying, hey, he's still fighting in the ballroom. Okay, cool, whatever, man. Whatever, he's fighting in the small rooms. It is what it is. We all had to start somewhere. But my problem is, I hate when fighters do that. They hate on another fighter that wants to fight him, that is a challenge, that is a real test to them, and then go fight somebody else of a lower competition that doesn't deserve it. Come on. So, if you're undisputed, right? Jaron Boots Ennis was the interim IBF champion. That's your mandatory right there. You locked up a 2-fight deal with Errol Spence. That's cool. Great, cool. They strip you of the IBF belt because obviously you guys got a 2-fight deal going on. We're not going to hold up the division. We're going to go ahead and take this belt. This man has done, he's done the did what he's supposed to do. He's became the IBF interim champ. He's time for him to either get his shot or you're going to give up that belt. And Terence Bud Crawford, they gave up the belt. It is what it is. They gave up the belt. They had no choice but to give it up because the IBF took it. Hey, Jaron Boots Ennis answered back against Terence Crawford's comments on Twitter. He said, hey, send the contract, I'll sign it. And this goes back to what I said previously. Are we even having an Errol Spence and Terence Bud Crawford rematch? Because if not, y'all sitting around wasting time. I know it's rumors of Mario Barrios and Jaron Boots Ennis having a fight, but obviously the fight's not finalized. We can go ahead and make this Bud fight, which is a bigger fight for both parties, and let's go. Because the welterweight division is being held up, man. We don't know what Keith Thurman's doing. We don't know what Stanionis is doing. Virgil Ortiz just moved up to 154 pounds. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on. Conor Benn, we don't know what's going on. Guys is ready to fight. Guys been waiting on Errol Spence and Terence Crawford for years. And it looks like we're going to wait even longer, especially with Errol Spence getting hurt, having surgery. I don't know. Once again, I'm going to say it again. I don't know why he took so long to get the surgery. Only he knows. But yeah, man, Terence Crawford woke up and he chose violence today. He chose violence. He wasn't playing with nobody. Anybody can get it when it came to Terence Bud Crawford, baby. Salute to Terence Crawford. Salute to Teofimo Lopez. Hey, he wants that smoke. He wants it. It is what it is. And then salute to Bill Haney also coming out on Instagram, putting out a video. If you haven't seen it, check out my short. It's in there. Bill Haney saying, hey, Teofimo Lopez Sr., hey, y'all got to get it together, man, because y'all calling out Terence Crawford. We can make the fight with Devin Haney next. I don't know who Devin Haney's about to fight. I think he's got a mandatory against, who's the WBC mandatory? Oh, Teofimo Lopez fought him. I can't think of him off the top of my head, but yes, Devin Haney has a mandatory coming up. Oh, I'm trying to think of who it is, man, because his Teo got dropped by him. Oh, he beat Mikey Garcia. I know who it is. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but yeah. Devin Haney has a mandatory coming up. So after that mandatory, he's trying to line up another big fight. And what other big fight is there? Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. Especially since Ryan Garcia just dropped out of the Devin Haney fight. He came out of nowhere saying he advised his team to make that fight. He wanted to make that fight. And then he just drops out of it and he's going with ROLLIE. That's a lot of boxing fans are still mad about that. And guess who else is mad about that? ISSAC CRUZ, because ISSAC CRUZ sitting there watching an interview of Ryan Garcia saying he wants to fight either ROLLIE or ISSAC CRUZ. I'm confused as a fan because if I'm not mistaken, I thought ISSAC CRUZ was trying to go after Gervonta Tank Davis. I know he changed his name, you know, respect to him, but I thought ISSAC CRUZ was going after Tank. But then you sitting around like, okay, well, does that mean Tank fighting somebody else? Maybe a Frank Martin or something like that, and ISSAC CRUZ has to try to find a scramble and find another opponent? I'm confused. I don't understand why all this stuff is happening all right now. That's the funny thing about it. It's all happening right now. Everybody just woke up and said, you know what? I want some attention. No, I want some attention. Okay, I'm gonna post this. No, you post this. Everybody started yesterday. It was crazy. So listen, I think ROLLIE, he might get the fight with Ryan. ISSAC CRUZ might get the fight with Ryan. I think if I'm Ryan Garcia, obviously on the A side, and I just pick the opponent that's gonna have the less price, who has the lower price. ROLLIE asking for astronomical amounts of money. Cool, hey, you price yourself out. ISSAC CRUZ, what's up? Because it actually makes sense. ISSAC CRUZ, Ryan Garcia, and ROLLIE, all three of them, their only loss is to Tank. That's it. That's funny. So basically, it's like a title eliminator, so to speak, you know, tournament style. The winner is probably gonna get a Tank fight. That makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Also, Oscar De La Hoya woke up and chose violence today. Now, he's been on record saying, you know, he didn't have a problem with Floyd Mayweather hanging out with Ryan Garcia if he was giving him some, you know, some tips in the ring, this, that, and the third. But it seemed like he kind of flipped it. It was like, yo, if Floyd Mayweather is still promoting and is still a promoter, you need to F off and stay away from Ryan Garcia. On the outside looking in, I know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Ryan Garcia, how many ever fights he has left with Golden Boy, he's going to fulfill that contract. And then he's going to go sign with PBC. He wants to sign with PBC. He's going to leave and sign with PBC. He may not sign with Floyd directly, but best believe he's going to be fighting some of his fighters. Why not fight an ISSAC CRUZ? Then guess what? Then you could take on a ROLLIE. Or why not fight a ROLLIE? Then after that, you can take on a Tank. And then all that money's in-house for Floyd, you know, Floyd Mayweather and PBC, and we don't have to split it with Golden Boy. We get to keep all the profits for us. Put it on Amazon, astronomical numbers. Okay, guess what? Everybody wins. Everybody's making money on this side. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, salute to Oscar De La Hoya. He understands what's going on. Obviously, somebody had to put a word in his ear, be like, yo, this isn't a good thing. If Floyd is still a promoter, this might be a violation, tampering, or you know, seems like Ryan can be easily manipulated business-wise. Floyd might put a bug in his ear, be like, hey, man, you should do this, blah, blah, that don't make no sense. Now, Ryan is over here trying to, you know, not make the Devin Haney fight, trying to go the ROLLIE route. He wants a Tank fight again. I mean, you know, you never know what's going on. All I'm saying is, Oscar, that's business. Business is business. It is what it is. Trust me, you know firsthand, especially after Mr. Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer took all your fighters. Because you wasn't standing on business. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. So we got Bill Haney was done. Teofimo done. Devin Haney done. Jaron Ennis, we talked about him wanting a Terence Crawford fight. Errol Spence. What is it? OHARA Davies. Jesus Christ. OHARA Davies did an interview. He took on the old man, bro, and got knocked out the first round, right? OHARA Davies is a UK fighter. You know, he came over here, signed with Golden Boy, got stopped in the first round. ISHMAEL BARROSO, the guy that, you know, dropped ROLLIE, ROLLIE. This is a man that looks, we still don't even really honestly know how old he is. I think he's about 75 going on 84. But he was on ROLLIE's ass in that fight. Tony Weeks stopped the fight, and it was a good fight between ISHMAEL BARROSO and ROLLIE. But this fight, O'HARA Davis, he got stopped in the first round, dropped early, got clipped, then he got dropped again, and then he got stopped. But the crazy part is he's doing interviews, and he actually went on his YouTube channel and was talking about how it was like a conspiracy or some excuse that he came up with, talking about he couldn't sleep in his hotel room, and then he tried to blame too much oxygen being pumped in the hotels and in the casinos on, you know, that's the reason why he lost. Bro, the reason why you lost is, first of all, that's a ridiculous claim. I don't know why you thought that was going to be good. That's number one. That sounds ridiculous. Number two, you lost because you got clipped early, bro. That's it. After you got clipped early, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. But for you to say, man, I fell asleep. I think he said he was in bed, laying, scrolling on the phone at 11. He fell asleep at 12, woke up around 3 and couldn't go back to sleep. Sounds like you just was nervous. It's typical. Couldn't stop thinking about the fight, excited, ready to go. You couldn't get no good sleep, man. It happens. Keith Thurman talked about the night, the biggest night of his biggest match of his life against Manny Pacquiao. That night before the fight, he was down in the casino playing games and stuff, playing blackjack and poker and stuff like that. He could not sleep. It is what it is. It happens with fighters. It is what it is. But to blame it on the AC in the hotel, bro, you got clipped, you got dropped multiple times, you got stopped. Now, I get it. A lot of fighters do this, but I didn't think he was going to go to these heights. You know, so I've heard the water, I've heard the gloves, I've heard, you know, somebody got tied up in a basement, you know, somebody, you know, got a brown paper bag in the back, you know what I'm saying? You know, somebody threw the fight, okay, cool, whatever. The trainer got kidnapped, whatever, I don't care. I've heard it all, bro. But my thing is, I ain't never heard nobody blame the casino and the hotel for having too much oxygen. You sound crazy, sir. You took a L. Just take it like a man, bro. Say the same typical thing that everybody says. Man, I'm going to come back stronger, better than ever, back to the drawing board, blah, blah, blah. And it's okay. You can recover. Come back, get maybe 2 wins. You right back in there, baby. That's it. We good. But this make you look crazy, bro. But with that being said, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this crazy day of boxing yesterday. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for your boy. If you want to donate, yo, you see the Cash App, you see all of that, man. PayPal, Cash App, I don't care. Hit me up on Instagram. Join the Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment Facebook group. Do what you got to do, baby. With that being said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, it's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm out.